Hmm. Someone's here.
Are you the leader of the sages?
That is me.
My name is Sugary Donut. I'm the leader of Kara. Do you know who I am?
Yes, I know of you.
Well, I figured I might as well get straight to the point. I have reasons to believe that you have formed an alliance with the Akatsuki. Am I correct?
I wouldn't call it an alliance. I would call it a peace treaty of a sort. It's where we can both at least, gain something.
And do you think that's wise to step in the way of my plans?
Ah, yes, your plans. The gathering the tailed beast and making the ten tails. Am I correct?
That is correct. But you're merely mistaken. If you just allow me to correct you, and I can tell you my plans on what I wish to do in this icy nation.
Go
That
ahead.
chakra you have, it doesn't belong to you. Neither does the chakra that the Akatsuki have. They all belong to the Otsutsuki clan, and I am actually a descendant of Ishiki Otsutsuki. I'm not sure if you're aware of my sister Kaguya Otsutsuki.
I've definitely heard some tales from generations ago.
Well, I won't bore you with the details. However, I have to admit, your sage power enabled to actually track my kind of chakra, it is beyond belief. So I have reasons to believe that you are the sage leader and you lead sage disciples to restore balance to this cursed world. Am I correct?
You could say something like that.
So that sort of brings me to the question of why even sign a peace treaty with the Akatsuki? Are you
Why?
not aware that they are just a mere puppets to me?
Ah, I know all about the Katsuki and you so far. At least more than you believe you think I know. I know
Well,
basically everything.
tell me what you do know then, Mr. Red.
I know that you have six total of your men, if I am correct, and I know at least you and one other have this new seal, the Karma mark, as I can see it right before you at the beginning. As for anything
Yeah.
else, for the most part, any of your other men are not much of an issue for me alone.
Well, I can clearly see them sage eyes are not something that we should consider something lightly. However, this correct is the karma. And yes, one of my Karianas do have a karma as well. I wish to embed karmas into my vessels as well as the TBs, and perhaps make new Jinchurikis to this accursed world. I would then use these TBs to form the Ten-Tails and nominate a new Ten-Tails Jinchuriki. The plan is to go forward into a great shinobi war right across the Icy Nation against all the villages, against all other laws, and most importantly, against the Akatsuki too. Our plans are more or less different to the Akatsuki, which sort of brings me to ask you, do you really think it's wise to step in our way?
Wise? For now it is. I don't see the issue between getting in your way and the Akatsuki's way. Either way, it'll go bad. But at the end of the day, my only goal is to make sure it doesn't go as worse as it could be. And just off of what I can tell from both the Akatsuki and what your men have done, your way is much worse than the Akatsuki.
I wouldn't particularly say it's worse. I'd more or less say it's more of a change than it is worse. I'd like to say that I would want to form a human god tree and obtain chakra from each player of the Icy Nation server and have it for myself. If you really wish to restore balance to the world, then this is probably your best step forward into actually obtaining true peace.
True peace. Hmm. That word is very different from mine to yours. Every person has their own true meaning. It's why I've made the
Well, if that's
sages.
the case, if that's the case, I will not let you or your sage disciples stand in my way. Henceforward, this is why I'm declaring war on the sages and the Akatsuki, so you can keep your little peace treaty and hope it does well for yourself. However, there will be a massacre on the battlefield.
Hmm. Do you think it's wise to do such an act so soon? We've only just met. You haven't really talked much.
There's nothing really more to talk about. I believe in this accursed world, there is only the good and the bad. I have reasons to believe that what I am doing is for the good of the greater place for the world. However, if you seem to find it any reasons to believe that you're doing what's good, then we have no choice but to turn our conflicts into a battlefield, and you will see true peace when my goal is obtained.
Hmm. As for your spy, I hope you know I did know about him. I intended for him to follow me there.
Just as I expected, the leader of the sages, dumb eyes, are definitely something that we should not take granted. However, it wasn't just one cowed Kara out I sent. I actually sent two, one to the Akatsuki and one to you guys. But you obviously foreseen that plan.
Oh, I've seen a lot more than what you anticipated. I definitely know a lot more than what you think I do.
Be honest with yourself, Mr. Red. Do you really think the sages and the Akatsuki stand a chance against Kara?
Hmm. If you were to ask me, just me and you in here, right now, I know I'd lose. However, I do have some men on both sides that can for sure handle you with ease. I've definitely taught them well, but most of my teachings is not what carries them. It is their will. As for your normal nin, or whatever you want to call them, I know your second command will be a slight issue. If need be, I would rather me go on and face him while the others can go ahead and get you down. Once we take you down, the rest will follow.
I see you inherit the will of Asura. However, Asura was always too naive. I much preferred Indra. So prepare your men and we'll meet at the battlefield.